Hello, everyone, and welcome to Valor's first home football game of the year here at J.J. Kern Stadium on the campus of Bishop Riker Catholic School, where today the St. Mary's Barons from San Antonio come in to face your Valor Knights. Welcome in to J.J. Kern Stadium. Ben Brown with you, Jeff Brown in the booth as well, providing technical support. And Valor is getting ready to kick off here on the heels of a 2-0 start to their varsity football program, as they are rolling and are getting set to receive in this one. The St. Mary's Hall Barons are from San Antonio. They are led by their head coach, Eddie Spencer, while the Knights are led by Stephen Bird. Getting ready for kickoff. Couple steps back for the St. Mary's Barons kicker. That is Zach Alvarez, the 5'10 senior for St. Mary's. Duke back to return. Starts the walk up. Here's the kick, and we are underway here at J.J. Kern Stadium. Kick out the back of the end zone. It's a touchback, and the Valor Knights will start with the football. Little reminder of 6-man rules that are a little different from 11-man rules. It is a 80-yard field instead of an 100-yard field. It is obviously 6 players on the field at a time. Everyone is an eligible receiver, and the player who has snapped the ball, aka the quarterback, must pitch it or throw it to someone. He cannot, basically no QB sneaks. Valor gets set to head out there. Here's their starting 6. Sam Grismer on the line with Bennett Herman, James Hoagland, Maddox Moline, Duke, and I believe we have Connor McFarling. Snap. Taking a shot deep right away. Turned around, and it's intercepted by St. Mary's. That's Zach Alvarez, and he is brought to the ground by an angry host of Valor Knights. And that pick right on the 40-yard line, and that is not the best start for the Knights here in this one. That was Connor McFarling just taking a shot deep. However, it appears we have a flag. Roughing the passer for St. Mary's, so that pick is going to come back. Great play by Alvarez to pick that ball, but on roughing the passer, the Valor Knights will retain possession and march down the field to the 35-yard line. A little continuation of the rules. It is 1st and 15 instead of 1st and 10 as the Knights get set to set up shop. McFarling takes the snap, looks right, guns back left. Maddox Moline with the catch, stays on his feet to the 40-yard line, down at the 41. A 6-yard gain on first down for the Knights. Knights wearing the white helmets with the blue tops and blue pants with the white numerals in white trim here on this blue out here on this Friday evening, while St. Mary's wearing black, white, black with black numbers. Duke a pitch. McFarling on the run. He's going to have to get rid of it. Stays on his feet on a sack attempt. He's going to run it, and he's going to go down a yard behind the line in the backfield. John Ash brought the pressure, the freshman for St. Mary's, and nearly brought down McFarling in the backfield. And as it is, it's a 1-yard loss on the scramble. 3rd down and 10 from the 40-yard line right at midfield. Knights looking to the sideline for the play. Getting ready. A bunch formation at the line. Duke in motion. Out to the right. McFarling pitch to Duke. He's going to cut back across the field. He makes a move, and he's going to get about 1 yard before he is wrapped up by Peyton Saltis, senior for St. Mary's. St. Mary's team a lot bigger and a lot more experienced than this Knights club, as we're going to see if Valor can pull off the upset here in Waco. 4th and about 9 from midfield. McFarling with Duke behind him. Fakes the snap, now looks to the sideline. About 8 minutes to go in this one, 0-0 as Gaines motions out. Now motions back in. Play action. McFarling to toss. It is caught by Bennett Herman. Give him the first down on an acrobatic leaping grab as he was knocked to the ground. And the Knights convert on 4th down. That is a big conversion, and that is a big play for Bennett McFarling, a receiver who you really want to get involved. He's the tallest man on this team at about 6'2", so McFarling pitched to Duke as he's straight ahead running for about 3, and that will bring up second down from about the 27, somewhere in there. St. Mary's more experienced, bigger, stronger, but the Knights, maybe they can outwit them, and maybe they can just outplay them today in this one. James Hoagland lined up in motion. Right to left, handoff Hoagland. Hoagland looking, going nowhere as he's wrapped up. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. San Ono in with the tackle. And that brings up a 3rd and long for the Knights, about 3rd and 12. Knights going from right to left here at J.J. Kern Stadium. St. Mary's Hall Barons looking to get a 3rd down stop here. McFarling drops back to pass. Screenplay. Duke gets it. He's going to cut back. He's going. He's still on his feet. He goes. Makes a move. Touchdown, Valor. Duke with the reception. And the Knights are on the board first. And it is 6-0 Valor here in the offset of this game. So that roughing the passer penalty comes up big for the Knights as it bites the Barons in the foot, as we will see as the Knights are going to they're going to elect to try and kick it here with Connor McFarling. Remember, a kick in 6-man football is worth 2 points. Going for it from the 2 is worth 1. Snap, hold, kick, and it sails wide left. No good. McFarling misses on the attempt, but still a very productive first drive. The first play intercepted, but the penalty keeps the Knights ball, and they are able to capitalize with a pitch over the middle to Duke, and he just ran. I mean, he ran a good 25 yards from the line of scrimmage to get that to the end zone, and that is the first touchdown in the first home game of this Valor Knights varsity football program. So big monument, a big milestone there for the Knights, and they're going to look to build on that. Reminder that Sam Shores and Matthew Schlappy are not active for this game for the Knights. Schlappy, the normal kicker, was sick this week, and Shores with a injured foot. Out there to kick it off is Duke, Connor McFarling, Bennett Herman, James Hoagland, Maddox Moline, and Luke Curtis on special teams to try and oppose. Kick is on the ground, fielded at the 29 by Landon Stowers, and he is wrapped up there at a couple yards after the spot where he got it at the 30, and that is where the St. Mary's Hall Barons will take possession to start. So good special team stand there. The starting 6 for defense for the Knights is Connor McFarling, James Hoagland, Duke, Luke Curtis, and Connor McFarling. The Lawson Runge, the quarterback for St. Mary's, pitch right away to Jackson Hill, their main running back, and he takes it straight ahead for 10 yards on the boundary. That's going to be a combo you're going to want to watch. Lawson Runge, a 6'3", 210-pound senior, going to quarterback this offense for St. Mary's. He's a deep shots kind of guy. And then Jackson Hill's going to bruise you at 5'9", 170. He's a junior, and he's going to just pound you. So some big guys here for St. Mary's. And the Knights are going to have to stop that. 2nd and 5. Handoff Hill. Hill running left. He's got space, and he is knocked over by Luke Curtis and ultimately brought down by James Hoagland, but not before a first down and a good 15-yard gain. So the Knights, we're going to see if they can withstand this running attack from St. Mary's as they line up 2 wide, a center, and then 3 stacked behind him. Runge in the pistol, gets the snap, hands it off, straight ahead, Hill, and he's tackled again. That tackle by Connor McFarling after about an 8-yard run. Lights are on here as the sun starts to set here at J.J. Kern Stadium on the campus of Bishop Riker Catholic School. 3 out wide, snap back to Runge. Runge fires, caught to Alvarez. Alvarez has space on the edge, gets a couple blocks, still on his feet, and Luke Curtis in the mix to wrap him up and bring him down. Also in there, Bennett Herman, but again, another first down for St. Mary's as they're moving the ball quite effectively. They'll snap it from about the 8-yard line, it looks like, and they will have first and goal. 4:45 left, 6-0 Valor over St. Mary's Hall from San Antonio. Runge gets the snap. He's going to look, fires over the middle, easy completion, and running it in is Peyton Saltis, the senior for St. Mary's, and they have knotted this game up at 6 with 4:28 to play in this first quarter. That was a very good drive by St. Mary's. Just looked like they bruised the Knights and then found a couple gaps, and that's what the Valor Knights are going to have to be able to stop today, is be able to bottle up those gaps and shut this running attack down, because that opens up everything for the Barons. Zach Alvarez, their kicker, on to kick. Holder is Stephen Gates. Getting ready for the PAT, attempting 2 on the kick, knocks it straight. Knocks it no good, right side, and we will remain tied at 6. So both teams miss the extra point attempt, even though it counts for 2. We're just going to call it the extra point. And it's 6-6 with 4.5 minutes to go. And I think for the Knights, you have to feel pretty good about that, scoring on your first drive, and then just being able to get off on the right foot and score to begin. Alvarez back to kick it off again. He's a busy man. He's going to be their kicker. He's going to play a good wide receiver, and he's also a defensive back. So he's going to play everything. Truly a 5-tool player for the Barons. Back deep to return for the Knights is Duke, wearing number 16. The whistles blow. Alvarez takes 5-yard, 10-yard steps back, over, and he's about to get ready to knock this one away with our score knotted up at a touchdown apiece. Starts the jog, and the kick from left to right is knocked away. He's got a strong leg. It's out the back. It's out the corner of the end zone, and the Astros and the Knights will start with first down and 15.
I think the cheerleaders said they wanted music. I don't know if you guys are in charge of that. I like
So here we go. So the Knights huddling, getting ready to call their play. The Knights coached by Stephen Bird, while the St. Mary's Barons are coached by Eddie Spencer. Got a good crowd here for the first home football game in Valor's program history. Got a good student section, and the adults piling in as well. Here's a snap. McFarling pitches to Duke. Duke trying to find the edge and wrapped up right about the line of scrimmage. A good tackle there from San Ono. The Knights going to try and respond to that touchdown scored a minute ago by the Barons. McFarling getting ready to snap it. Duke in motion. Pitches, fakes the pitch to him. Opens up for Hoagland. James Hoagland, he's got space to run. He is trucked and trucks a guy, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds by Landon Stowers. But a big play for the Knights gets them a first down and a little more on an 18-yard gain. The play action fake from McFarling to Hoagland. It's going to be Hoagland, McFarling, Duke, Maddox Moline, Bennett Herman, and Sam Grismer. Those are your main 6 for Valor. Here's a pitch. Duke to McFarling. Completion, and he is wrapped up on the sideline. Bennett Herman with his second catch of the game. And he's already showing he's got those hands, something these Valor Knights are going to need to see from their tall receiver. He's got 2 catches, 2 big catches on the day, along with Hoagland. He's also has 2 as the Knights' leading receivers. Duke gets the snap, pitches it backwards. McFarling picks it up off the ground, has to fire. This is Hoagland. Hoagland firing, and he's going to be brought down by Bear Mayberry, a freshman. And it's going to bring up third down, but it's third and short, about 3rd and 4. So that's a improvement from the previous situation. St. Mary's looking good so far, but Valor's responded. Here's a pitch into the backfield. Duke takes it ahead. He's going to truck his way to the first down, and he is brought down by Stephen O'Connor, the cornerback, the junior cornerback for St. Mary's, as the Knights pick up another first down. They're getting some big conversions on 3rd and 4th down, and you're going to need to see those with really the field goal not in play. Here's the snap. Duke takes it, pitches. McFarling looking deep. He's got a man. Herman at the corner. Got it! That is a touchdown for the Knights as McFarling finds Bennett Herman for a 25-yard score in the corner of the end zone. That's probably the best play we've seen this Knights offense run all year. A great hitch route by Herman to get to the corner of the end zone. McFarling falling off his back foot, had pressure, and just lofted it in there to him. And just like that, our score, the Valor Knights lead is doubled. It's now 12-6 with McFarling on to attempt the point after. It's worth 2 if the kick is good. Hoagland, the holder, puts it down, and the kick is well short and off to the right, no good. Once again, the starting kicker for Valor, Matthew Schlappy, sick, and so he is not playing in this game. But the Knights have opened up a 12-6 lead with 2.5 minutes left to play here in this game. Good crowd here on hand tonight at J.J. Kern Stadium on the campus of Bishop Riker Catholic School. Both teams huddle on their sidelines as we take a break. Both coaching staffs look prepared. Both players look prepared. Now it's a good time for us to give you the full coaching staff for each team. For the visitors, their head coach is Eddie Spencer. He is assisted by Frederick Brock and Les Hamilton, while the Knights have Stephen Bird, assisted by Michael Foy, Mark McCown, Braden Arp, and Kirk Christ. Duke set to bang this one away, going from right to left here. He's got his kickoff team surrounding him as he puts it on the tee. Here on this blue out on this Friday night, Knights wearing white, blue, looks really good. As the kick is away, squibbed on the ground, fielded at about the 32. This is at Zach Alvarez again. Man, if we called his name a lot, and he's got room to run. Makes a move, makes another move, and is brought down strong from behind by Duke. But that's a strong return, and they'll set up shop at the about the Valor 35 and thereabouts. It'll be Jackson Hill out there to run it with Lawson Runge in the backfield. That's the power combo for this St. Mary's Barons team. They want to run it through those guys. And their center is Andres Fernandez. He's the big guy in the middle. Got 3 in the backfield, quarterback, running back, and another. Handoff. Hill. Oh, and he is wrapped up. How about that tackle in the backfield by Bennett Herman as they tried to give it to Landon Stowers on a sweep, and Bennett Herman just brought the heat and knocked him down for a loss of 3. That is, or rather 5, as that is a big defensive play. You're going to want to see some defense from these Knights here in this one. This is going to back them up to about the 38. Play action. Run's going to take his first shot deep of the game. He's got a man. Lofts it in. Touchdown. St. Mary's. That's going to be a touchdown. Nico. There is a flag, however, as the pass was complete to Nico Moreno for the touchdown. However, we have a flag. Let's see what this is about. As that was a great play. Play action. Runge took a shot deep, which he can do. We know that full well. And he found Moreno over the top for the touchdown. But let's see what the flag is. We have unsportsmanlike conduct on St. Mary's, as head referee goes over to talk to the Valor coaching staff about this one. As of right now, they're spotting the ball at the 10-yard line. See where they actually put it down. Yep, they will spot the ball at the 10-yard line. So instead of a touchdown, it is... No, the touchdown stands. So flag must have been picked up. Some confusion there on everybody's part. And here's the kick attempt. Strong kick from Alvarez sails through, and St. Mary's has their first lead of the game at 14 to 12. So I don't know what that flag was about. There was clearly a flag on the play, and then they must have picked it up. So I guess we'll never know. Zach Alvarez so far the big name we've called for St. Mary's, kicking, receiving. He's on defense. I mean, this guy's doing it all for the Barons, and then obviously their 1-2 punch, Lawson Runge at QB, Jackson Hill at running back. Out of the backfield, those upperclassmen, juniors and seniors. So the Valor Knights team has no seniors on its roster compared to St. Mary's Hall, who has significantly more. We'll give you the amount in a moment. Set to kick it away is Alvarez. Takes the steps back. Gets ready. Make sure everybody else is ready. Duke back to return for the Knights. Alvarez knocks it away. Wow, he's got a strong foot, and Duke's just going to let that bounce in the end zone for another touchback. So 3 kicks, 3 touchbacks for Alvarez. As we go back to 8 seniors for the St. Mary's Hall Barons team compared to none for the Knights. So they are going to have way more experience, and they're just going to be the more experienced, bigger, probably stronger team, and we'll see if the Knights can withstand them via some big plays. So we have offsides on the kicking team for St. Mary's, which is going to move the ball up 5 yards, it looks like, unless we re-kick. They're going to spot it at the 25. It will be 1st and 15. They're going to need to get to the 40-yard line. Will the Valor Knights going from right to left? We've got about 1:41 left in this first quarter with our score 14-12. St. Mary's on top of Valor here as the sun is mostly set here in Waco on J.J. Kern Stadium. Knights looking to answer. Herman in motion. Hoagland in motion. Snap. This is Bear Grismer. He's going to take a shot. He's got Moline, and it's nearly picked. Peyton Saltis called his name on defense a lot. The 5'9 senior couldn't come up with that pick. And second down. So Bear Grismer in for the first time today, and he undershot him a little bit on that one. He had Maddox Moline going deep on a route, but undershot him and nearly had it picked. So it's an incomplete pass, 2nd and 15 for the Knights, 1:35 to play. Duke, Bear Grismer, Maddox Moline, James Hoagland. Here's the pitch, Duke to Grismer. Grismer in trouble. He's going to go down. 2 Barons in the backfield there, as in there to get the tackle, Bear, Mayberry, and San Ono. We've called their names a lot on defense. I think you're going to see those 2 come up with some big plays in the backfield for this St. Mary's team. It's going to be 3rd and long, 3rd and 20. They got to get to midfield, the 40-yard line. A bunch formation. And that's a false start on the Knights. That was pretty clean, clear-cut, and dry, as that was a false start. Knights are going to move back, and it's going to be 3rd and 25. Just can't shoot yourselves in the foot with those penalties, because you don't want to end up giving the ball over to the Barons with great field position. That's how you're going to fall into a little bit of a hole in this game. And we'll see if the Knights can come up with something here. 3rd and 25. They need to get it to midfield, the 40. You'd like to get it to the 30, make it 4th and 10. Snap. This is McFarling, finds Herman. Herman going down and at about the 22 near the far boundary, and that's going to be 4th and long. So they did complete the pass, but they did not gain much, and we'll see what they elect to do here. Do the Knights. Looked like they were trying to get him to jump off sides. St. Mary's did not bite. 15 seconds and counting down. We may not get a play in here before the end of the first quarter. Now to 5, and the Knights are just going to let this run on down. And that is the end of the first quarter here from J.J. Kern Stadium at Bishop Riker Catholic School. The home Valor Knights trail the St. Mary's Barons by 2. It's 14-12. We'll be back in a moment here from J.J. Kern Stadium. Second quarter coming up next. This is Valor Knights Football. Back again here from J.J. Kern Stadium on the campus of Bishop Louis Riker, where the Valor Knights cheerleaders attempt to pump up this crowd and get them going on a blue out here for the Knights. They trail the St. Mary's Barons 14-12 in their first home game as a varsity football program. Ben Brown with you, alongside Jeff Brown, providing technical support in the press box. As the St. Mary's Barons are looking to get a stop here on defense and not turn it over to the Knights. Or rather, and the Knights are looking to not turn it over to the Barons. We will see what happens. McFarling, Hoagland, Duke, Maddox Moline, Bennett Herman, and Sam Krismer out there here on 4th down. They're going to have about, looks like 20 yards to go. Duke in motion. McFarling takes the snap. He's in trouble, about to get sacked, fires over the middle to Moline. He's going to look for some blockers. He's going to be hung up, and this is not going to be good. Slam down in the backfield, and that's a turnover on downs, as the Knights turn it over to the St. Mary's Hall Barons in excellent field position. They will start inside the Valor 25. Gotta get back on defense here, make a stand if you're the Knights. It is Lawson Runge, the quarterback for St. Mary's Hall. Standing at the 30-yard line, the ball placed to the 25, takes the snap, fires left side, complete, and the tackle on the play made by Maddox Moline. Pass complete to Landon Stowers for minimal gain. They're going to give him 5 yards on that, so a decent gain on first down. You'll take that. Runge to Stowers for the completion. Runge standing 6'3", 210 in the pocket. Gets the snap. He wants to go deep over the back of the end zone. Did he get his feet down? It's complete, and it is a touchdown. So Lawson Runge over the top, and St. Mary's Hall adds another 6 to their score on the completion to Jackson Hill, leaking out over the middle. 20-12 our score. St. Mary's leading the Knights as they line up for the kick. Point after. Zach Alvarez, the kicker out there, standing 5'10". He's a senior, final year of high school. Waits for the snap. Down the hold, and the kick is good. So it is 22-12 as the St. Mary's Hall Barons go up 10 on the Valor Knights with 9:12 to play here in this second quarter. I'd like to shout out to all of our listeners. Thank you for listening on this first ever broadcast of Valor Knights Football. First year of football for Valor as a varsity high school program. Had a junior high program last year. Have two teams this year and high school for the first time. Certainly excited about what this year can bring. Knights coming in at 2-0. St. Mary's Hall at 1-1, but don't fool you, St. Mary's Hall is a good team. They're from San Antonio, so making the trek up here, that's a pretty long ways. And the Knights obviously right here in Waco. Zach Alvarez lining up to kick. Duke back to return. Likely we will see another touchback as Alvarez puts the toe to the leather. A line drive that's fielded by Duke. He's going to return it for the first time today, and he's in trouble. Stays on his feet, still going, gets past a man. Oh, and he's gone. If there's no flags, this is a touchdown. Duke on the move. He motors into the end zone, and that is an electric kickoff return. That had to be 99 yards for Duke as the Knights strike back with a massive big play. You needed to see that. And it is 22-18 just like that as Duke took the kickoff on a bounce or two from Alvarez. First time he has not kicked it out the back of the end zone. Fielded it. Looked like he was hung up. Had two tacklers waiting for him, but was able to shake that off and then made a move and was gone down the middle of the field for the touchdown. 8:57 to play. Knights coming out to attempt the point after. We'll see if they try to kick it for two or just try and punch it in for one from the 2-yard line. We have Caden Thompson into the game for what looks to be the first time, along with Sam Grismer, James Hoagland, Duke, Bear Grismer, and Bennett Herman. The Knights are going to attempt to go for one here. Ball spotted at the 5-yard line. At the 2-yard line, rather. Snap. Here's McFarling looking, finds Thompson into the pylon, wipes out the referee. They are going to say incomplete. Valor wanted that. Thompson thought he had it. Personally thought the ball was knocked out when he collided with the pylon and the referee, but they are not going to count the attempt as see if the referee's okay. I mean, he got flattened as Thompson barreled for the pylon and appears to have not gotten it. Seems to be okay, so that's a good sign. We have three officials for this game as the lights are taking full effect here at J.J. Kearns Stadium on the campus of Bishop Riker Catholic School. It is full-fledged dark here as we broadcast live from the press box. 22-18 our score. St. Mary's leading Valor, although Valor a big-time answer on that touchdown return by Duke, and he's got to be feeling good. He's probably the Knights' best player. He really all starters, the guys you want to watch. You want to watch Maddox. You want to see James. Those are probably going to be your X factors, so to speak. And they're going to have some guys off the bench that are going to chip in valuable minutes for this Knights club. Duke set to kick it. He squibs it, bounces, and is fielded by Landon Stowers. Quickly brought to the ground at his own 35-yard line. And that's where the Barons will set up shop. Knights trail by 4, looking to get a defensive stop and get the ball back. 8:53 to play, second quarter. Here we go. 3 men on the backfield for St. Mary's Hall. Their quarterback, Lawson Runge. Hands off, draw, and straight ahead running. Physical running by Jackson Hill. Nearly gets the first down. They're going to mark it about 2nd and 1. Just a straight ahead motor run from Jackson Hill. Knights are going to have to figure out a way to stop that. That secondary is going to have to come up as we see Seth Flowers check into the game on defense for the first time. Handoff. This is Hill again, running first down and more. Brought down to the ground by Luke Curtis on defense. Good tackle by Luke, but it's a first down at about the 26-yard line for St. Mary's. They are in opponent's territory, nearing the red zone. They are just trying to keep this thing rolling. Really, they're just going to try and out-offense you. They got a lot of offensive weapons. Obviously, Runge, a big threat. Play action, fires over the middle, incomplete. Great play by Bear Grismer to break that up. Pass was intended for Nico Moreno, the 5'11 junior, but was incomplete. A physical knockdown by Bear. And here as he's going to be subbed out. Luke in now. First game, Cademan Thompson is active for the Knights. He had been out with a concussion and is now back and playing. Runge, play action. He's going to take a shot deep. Looking, and complete on the deep ball, I believe. Yes, it is. A touchdown strike to Nico Moreno. He seems to be their big play threat downfield, stretching the field with him. And that's going to add another 6 to the board, and it's 28-18. Knights are going to have to find a way, get some defensive stops, get some takeaways, and just figure out how to stop this potent St. Mary's Hall offense. We got 7:40 left in the second quarter, and they've already put 28 points on the board. Now, the Knights' time of possession has probably favored the Barons. Obviously, the Knights scoring 6 on a touchdown kickoff return. Here's the kick, and it's good. Another 2. Zach Alvarez really honing his craft as he knocks another one through. 32-18, our score, 7:40, second quarter. Here at J.J. Kern Stadium on the campus of Bishop Riker Catholic School. A blowout here was advertised heavily by the Knights. Had a pep rally earlier to get this team in the school pumped up for their first home game of the year and of the program. Both teams bouncing on their sidelines, wanting to keep this thing rolling. Student section on their feet. Good crowd here for the first home game. Valor won 37-21 over at Mount Calm to start the year. And then last week dismantled Providence on Providence's home turf. 46-0. It was a mercy rule. And so they come in at 2-0. Meanwhile, the Barons of St. Mary's Hall, they've got themselves a 1-1 record, but they've played some good teams, Founders and Gloria Deo, and come out with a 1-1 record. Zach Alvarez ready to kick this one away as Let's Go Valor chants start. Line drive kick, that's going to be over the head of Cademan Thompson, who is back to return and out the back of the end zone. Knights will start at the 20-yard line. They'll have 1st and 15 to go. As we remind you, if you're just now joining us, 6-man football, a little different than 11-man football. First downs, it is 1st and 15. Obviously, 6 men on the field. Everybody is an eligible receiver. However, the quarterback must throw it. He cannot run. No QB sneaks effectively. So a lot of wildcat stuff, options, that kind of things on the RPOs. This is Connor McFarling to take the snap. Bunch formation for the Knights. They fake it, and McFarling is drilled in the backfield near the 10-yard line. That is a physical play by the D-line getting in there to sack him. This Knights, they're going to have to figure out how to get rid of the ball earlier. They want to take some deep shots, but you can't take deep shots if you're getting sacked. St. Mary's Hall has brought the pressure all game long, and they're going to look to do that again. Duke in motion. McFarling looking. He's going to find Duke on the boundary. He's going to try and run around. Makes a move. Pushes, and he's out of bounds. Ball comes out, but out of bounds, says the referee. And it's going to be 3rd down. 7 minutes and a little bit of change to play here in this one. It is 3rd and 24, so they get +1 yards back on after the sack. They are looking at 3rd and 24. You got to get this to at least 4th and 10 reasonably to have a shot at converting. McFarling back to take the snap. Drops back. Rush coming. McFarling looking over the middle. Hoagland's got the catch. He makes a move. He's got the 1st down and more. Up near the 40-yard line. A big play as the St. Mary's Barons blitzed hard and finding James Hoagland to slip out over the middle and convert that 1st down. Connor McFarling with the completion. Going to spot the ball right at the 40-yard line. 1st and 15 for the Knights. They've got Connor McFarling out there, quarterback. He's taking most of the reps. James Hoagland and Duke both in the backfield as well. Three men up on the line. Here's a pitch back. Duke up the middle, makes a couple moves, and is tackled about a yard. After the line of scrimmage, Stephen O'Connor coming in with the tackle, and it's going to be 2nd and about 14 for the Knights as they look to round off another big play. The conversions have been pretty clutch as far as you say. They've gotten some big plays, but they're going to need to consistently get that. You're just not going to get away with a bunch of short plays. McFarling finds Hoagland upended after a gain of about 4 or 5. It's going to be 3rd and 10 exactly from the opponent's 35. So into opponent territory now are the Valor Knights. A big 3rd and 10 here. You want to get this to 4th and 5, 4th and 4, 4th and short, really, where you can just pitch it to your best guy and let him go. McFarling takes the snap, pitches. This is Duke. He's got some space, running short boundary, stacked up. I don't think he got to the sticks as 2 men there, San Ono and Landon Stowers, both in to stack him up. And we're going to have... I believe he's short. Yeah, they're going to mark him about a yard or 2 short. So, a big 4th and 2 coming for the Knights. It's down 12. You need points here badly, and you're going to need a touchdown to get back into this game at 30-18. You got to make a play here on 4th down. Timeout Valor. They will take it. That's their first of the half. And with 4:37 to go, they want to make sure they get this play exactly right. Down 12 facing a 4th and 2 in opponent's territory at the 27, about there. Knights huddle. This is big play, maybe the biggest play of their season as they try to get back in this football game. Stephen Bird, head coach for the Knights, also the athletic director in the huddle, calling the shots for Valor. On the other side, it is Eddie Spencer for the Barons. Both teams about to break their huddles and march back onto the field for a massive play. Cannot state the importance enough of how much converting this 4th and 2 really would be. Once again, I'd like to say thank you to all of our listeners listening back home. Thank you for listening. First ever broadcast of Valor Knights Football. And we hope to keep it going as the Knights look to keep this drive going, facing 4th and 2. They've got Duke in the backfield. Bennett Herman in motion. 3 wide receivers. Snap to Grismer. This is Duke. Where is he going? Held up. He's going to throw it deep, and that's incomplete. Knights did not look like they really knew what they were doing there, as it appeared he had a guy on a route where he could have just slipped out, tossed it to him, and gotten the 2 yards. but instead elects to throw it deep, and that's a decision that, in going back over this game, he will likely regret. But got to move on, get a defensive stop here, as the Barons now have 1st and 15 from their own 25-yard line. Watch out, Landon Stowers lined up on the short boundary. He's got ISO coverage with Maddox Moline. Here's a man in motion. This is Alvarez. Alvarez grabbed and thrust down by Bear Grismer after about a 3-yard gain. And it's going to bring up 2nd down. They're going to give him about a 2nd and 12 thereabouts. Lawson Run is the quarterback piloting this offense for St. Mary's. You would expect to take a deep shot here at some point. He scrambles, fires incomplete, had Landon Stowers leaked out over the middle on the run, but overshot him, and it's 3rd and 11. This is a big defensive play for the Knights. Got to get a stand here and this one and try and force a long 4th down. 3rd and 11, 3:55 to play here from J.J. Kern Stadium. 30-18, St. Mary's leads the Valor Knights. 3rd and 11, man in motion. That is Saltis. Going to take a shot deep. His run, he's got a man complete, and he's going to take it in for a touchdown. A long completion to Jackson Hill, and that is a big touchdown for St. Mary's Hall. And that connection's been big. Lawson Runge piloting this offense. Jackson Hill has been his number 1 guy. And that's going to bump the score up to 36-18. And just the Knights not being able to convert there just looks really big as the Barons turn that into 6 points and look to make it 8 by adding the point after. Whistle blows. Alvarez getting ready to try and put this one through the posts. Lines it up. Snap, hold, kick, and he got it down the middle. And it is 38-18, a 20-point advantage for St. Mary's Hall as they open it up over the Valor Knights. 3:48 to play, 2nd quarter, as the Knights look to keep battling in this game. They're facing a tough opponent. We knew that coming in, that St. Mary's Hall was going to be a physical, tough opponent. They're going to have to get out there and battle some bodies. And they've been kind of put through the ringer so far. A couple plays making the difference. But, hey, a couple plays making the difference, you can get right back in this game. Got to imagine Alvarez is going to want to kick this through the back of the end zone. You don't want to see Duke return another ball if you're the Barons. And Duke is back to return should this kick make it to him. Zach Alvarez set to kick it away. Once again, the Barons wearing the dark, almost black helmets and pants with the white tops, jerseys in between. They have stripes on each shoulder and the black number outlined in white trim. Duke set to return. Alvarez set to kick, and he knocks it away. Line shot. Duke comes up with it. He's returning it. Let's see what happens. Straight ahead, through the line. He's going to make a move. Is he gone again? Yes, he is. Right sideline. Touchdown Knights, as Duke is basically single-handedly putting the Knights back in this game. So a touchdown cuts the deficit to 14. That is 2 kickoff returns, 4 touchdowns, and that's the explosiveness this Knights team sure has. And they show it there on special teams. And they will look to add a point or two onto that touchdown. I mean, he's returning these from the end zone. I mean, these are not short, cheap kicks that they're just going 30 yards. That's a legit 80-yard kick return for Duke. He is thriving out of that kick return spot. Really all around going to be the best guy. Best player for this Knights team. They've got some weapons. This is not a team to sleep on for St. Mary's, but also goes the opposite way, where the Knights can't sleep on St. Mary's. Both teams trying to give it their best and come out with a victory. In motion, McFarling looking end zone for one. He got it. A pass complete to Maddox Moline, and that's going to add one. So 38-25 cuts it to a 13-point deficit with 3:36 to go in this second quarter. If you could get a stop here and then come up with a score going into halftime, you'd feel really good about that. If you're Coach Bird and the Knights team, really like to see that happen for this club. Knights sideline moving as they are getting set to kick it off from their 30-yard line. The Barons getting set to return it. So far, no deep kicks for the Knights. Mostly short. Once again, Matthew Slappy, the normal kicker, sick and is not participating in this game. Sam Shores with a injured foot. He is also not active. Duke to kick it. Gets it in the air this time. Fielded at the 35. Looking for blockers. Here's the return. This is Peyton Saltis to the sideline. And wrapped out of bounds there by the Knights. I believe that is Luke Curtis on the tackle. And they're going to start in plus territory. In the opponent's territory here for this one. They're going to spot it at the Knights 34. So, Knights are going to need a big stop here. You'd like to see an interception, fumble recovery, something of that nature, as the Knights look to battle back into this game. Once again, 38-25, 3:27 to play. Second quarter here at J.J. Kern Stadium. A little confusion on the handoff, but Runge gets it to Hill, and Hill is going to make a move. Still going, and is he in the end zone? That's the question. No, they're going to spot him at about the 1-yard line, as it looked like a little confusion from Runge as to whether he wanted to hand that off or keep it and try and pass. But that confusion also confused the Knights secondary and was able to clear some holes for Hill, and Hill just pounding his way through for about 33 yards, setting up first and goal. Here's Runge, sails the pass right sideline, incomplete, and it is second and goal now for the Barons. Runge, a big shots kind of guy. You would think they're going to go with the run to get it on in from the 1-yard line, seeing as Jackson Hill has been a brute force for the Barons. Runge lined up in the backfield, all alone at the moment, looking to the sideline for the play. Now Hill joins him. 2:48 to play. Runge gets set to take the snap. Hill. Handoff. Hill running into the end zone untouched. And that is a touchdown for St. Mary's Hall. So they're already at 44 points through a quarter and 2/3. As it is 44-25, and they're going to look to add on another 2 with Zach Alvarez, their kicker. The mercy rule, should that come into effect, is 45 at halftime or beyond. Don't think we're going to see that tonight, but just keeping you informed. Alvarez gets the hold and knocks the kick through. He's been consistent and reliable. And it is 46-25, opening up a 21-point lead over the Valor Knights. Ben Brown with you in the booth. Jeff Brown providing technical support. Thank you very much to him. I'd like to thank all our viewers listening back home. as we broadcast live from J.J. Kern Stadium on the campus of Bishop Riker Catholic School in Waco, Texas. Zach Alvarez is the jack of all trades for St. Mary's Hall and Eddie Spencer, and he is set to kick this one away again. 2:43 to play, second quarter. Knights trying to get a score before halftime and make themselves feel a little better here in this one. It is Duke back to return again. He has been the main contributor on special teams tonight. He's returned 2 kickoffs for a touchdown, and they are just going to squib it. That kick will go out of bounds untouched, so this should give the Knights pretty good field position, as we'll see where they will spot it. Knights going back on offense, trying to right the ship a little bit, put themselves on the board, and you like to cross 30 points as they sit at 25 currently. Ball being spotted at about the 28. That is the spot where it went out of bounds first, and so that is where the Knights will snap it from. It's Bear Grismer going out there to quarterback this time. And it's Connor McFarling on the sideline. Here's Grismer, a pitch to Duke. Duke finds James Hoagland over the middle, untouched. He tries to make a move, but wrapped up by Landon Stowers. Called his name on defense a lot. And it is a first down for the Knights as they move into opponent's territory with 1st and 15. Knights looking to keep rolling as they've got one play on this drive and already maintained good ground. Hoagland in motion. Twisting is Grismer, finds Duke. He's motoring ahead for some yardage, and he's going to get about 12. Second down, and about 5 for the Knights as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes, hitting 1:40 as it's running. Hoagland in motion right to left. He gets the handoff, tries to make a move. I think he did get the first down. We will see if they give it to him or not. As of right now, they're not, and it's going to be about 3rd and 1. I'd like to make a correction. We've been saying Bishop Riker Catholic School. Their full name is Bishop Lewis Riker Catholic High School. Here's the pitch from McFarling. Finds Duke, first down, moving ahead. As the Knights continue to move down the field, you'd like to get a touchdown here and then see where the clock is at, as the St. Mary's Hall Barons are going to take a timeout here with about a minute to play in the second quarter. Shout out to our 3-man officiating crew here in 6-man football. Knights getting set to set up shop with 1st and goal. They'll be at the 9-yard line. The field, once again, as we go over some 6-man variations, field is 80 yards instead of 100. That's the big difference. So the end zone's marked off specially as the Knights try and pull off an upset here against the St. Mary's Hall Barons. They're from San Antonio, so a good ways from here, about 3 hours to get the trek up here. So credit to them for making the long trip up, and they are earning it right now as they're up 21 at 46-25. Second quarter. Knights and Barons break huddles after the timeout, and head out to resume play. Snap to Duke. He's going to keep it. Now he's got to get rid of it. Twists, nailed from behind. I believe that's a fumble, and St. Mary's Hall's got it. So a promising drive for the Knights ends in the red zone with a fumble as Duke got just blown up from behind, and there's not a whole lot you can do about that. He faked the pitch to McFarling and then tried to keep it, had room to run, but once again the rule is the quarterback cannot run, and so he had to make a play, had nobody open, and just got blindsided from behind. A dangerous hit to force the ball loose, and that's the first turnover, or second turnover of the game for the Knights, rather. Handoff. Here's Hill running sideline, still plowing. He is a physical runner for the Barons. Clock running as it's hitting 45 seconds. They're going to have to hurry if they want to get a drive in here. But you figure with Runge's big playability, he could get you down the field quick. 33 seconds now, takes the snap. Runge looking sideline, sails the pass. Alvarez gets it, still on his feet, and the Knights finally wrangle him down, and somebody's going to take a timeout. It will be the Barons taking their second timeout, I believe, of the game, with 24 seconds left, and they are going to be 5 yards shy of midfield, or rather it'll be about 6 or 7. The ball will be spotted at their own 37, so they're going to try, or 33 rather, as they're going to try and mount a drive here to put themselves with some momentum going into the half. They're out there and ready. Knights defense taking a little bit to break huddle, and they do. It's Luke Curtis, Maddox Moline, James Hoagland, Bennett Herman, Connor McFarling, and Bear Grismer out there for the Knights. Drops back, run. Joe fires over the middle. Pass complete to Moreno. Moreno still going on his feet, and the Knights trip him up at the 11-yard line. They're going to have to hurry to get up to the line, but clock stops for the first down, and now it's going to run. Down to 13. Run's trying to get his offense up to the line, and timeout. Valor's going to take a timeout. Their defense was not set with 9 seconds left until halftime. They're going to take a timeout, try and get set. That you really don't want to allow a touchdown here. Going down by more at this point when you're already down 21 would not be ideal. But they're going to try and make a stand here as first and they're on the 15-yard line, so it's first and goal, but really first and 15. But with 9 seconds left, you got 1, maybe 2 plays left. And that's if you have some short plays, but you figure this offense has been able to really do what they want. They've been able to run it with Jackson Hill, been the big ball carrier. Lawson Runge has been able to throw. He's been able to drop back, take some big shots, find the dump-offs over the middle. Zach Alvarez has been a big key cog. His kicking, defense, offense, full shebang. And Landon Stowers, a name we have called several times as a big receiver. Nico Moreno, also the top receiver threat. Runge, play action, keeps it. Fires, going left side into the end zone, touchdown. As that is Owen Colwell, that is Jackson Hill rather for a touchdown. Jackson Hill is just dominating. I believe that's his 4th touchdown of this game total between rushing and receiving. He has been the threat that you have got to watch out for. And with 3 seconds left, 52-25 the score as Alvarez looks to add to it. Here with the kick attempt. The snap, the hold, the kick is good. Down the middle. He is just dominating on those kicks. And with 3 seconds left, the Knights are down 54-25, so down 29, about to head into halftime. You would figure that Alvarez is going to try and squib this football. You figure he doesn't want to let Duke get his hands on the football on a return and potentially take it to the house and flip some momentum right before halftime. If it is a squib, you're going to have to fall on it quickly, probably go down, and then have one play if you can go down quickly. Once again, 3 seconds to play, score 54-25 at nearing the end of the second quarter, just about to hit halftime. Alvarez sets the ball on the tee, checking to make sure everybody is ready. Everyone is ready. Duke back to return for the Knights. We will see. This should be a squib. Late sub for the special teams unit, Stephen O'Connor in place of Bear Mayberry. Here's the kick, a squib, and it is out of bounds. Maddox Moline right there to pick it up if it stayed inbounds. And so with 2 seconds left, the Knights are going to set up shop from their own 20-yard line. They're going to need a lot of yards. They're going to need 60 yards here. With 2 seconds left, that's going to be one play if they try and take a shot. We'll see if they just elect to kneel this down and go to halftime. But you figure they might need to take a shot with facing a deficit of 29. It is Duke, Maddox, Sam, Bennett, James, and Connor out there. Connor will take the snap, knee it, and that's going to be the conclusion of the first half. After 2 quarters, it is 54-25. The St. Mary's Hall Barons lead the Knights by 29 going into halftime. Both teams trudge to the locker room here at J.J. Kearns Stadium on the campus of Bishop Lewis Riker Catholic High School. The Knights facing a challenge in this one, safe to say. The main threats so far for St. Mary's Hall, as we look at a first half recap, you see the quarterback Lawson Runge, his fingerprints all over this one, through the air, making the right decisions. But I think if you pick an MVP of the first half, either team, I think Jackson Hill's the obvious choice. 4 total touchdowns. He was just rolling. He was getting out of the backfield on passes. He was running it with authority, just doing everything that he needs to do. Zach Alvarez kicking well and doing all the little things for the St. Mary's Hall Barons. Their leading receiver, Nico Moreno, along with Landon Stowers, both having big first halves. To all of it adds up to a 54-25 score at halftime. The Knights trail. We're going to step aside for a little bit here from J.J. Kearns Stadium. Thanks for listening. We'll be back in a few minutes from J.J. Kearns Stadium at halftime. 54-25. Knights trail the Barons. live streaming it on? YouTube. On the Valor channel? Oh, really? Wait, Ben, this one? Are you helping him, Mr. Brown? Are y'all gonna stream every game? Home game. Or home games?
For my birthday!
Are y'all doing voice coverage too, or just live streaming?
Voice. No.
Sir? You find it?
Can you
Oh.
come for my birthday? My birthday's tomorrow. Please. My birthday's in January. You don't have to do it.
Back at halftime from J.J. Kearns Stadium on the campus of Bishop Louis Riker Catholic High School, where the Valor Knights have so far trailed the St. Mary's Hall Barons from San Antonio. Our score at halftime, 54-25, as we approach about 6:20 to go at halftime. It's been a good crowd so far, and the Knights have fought and responded here at this Blue Out. The students showing out, parents showing out, everybody showing out here to support the home team as we hit 6 minutes to go in halftime. Once again, the score 54-25. We'll be back in a couple minutes. This is Valor Knights Football.
There's a lull in the music. realize what is happening. You're doing great. Keep it up. No, actually, sorry, this is called.
Welcome back to J.J. Kern Stadium on the campus of Bishop Louis Riker Catholic High School, where tonight the Valor Knights are battling the St. Mary's Hall Barons, but they're falling a little short. As of right now, our score, with about a minute left at halftime, sits at St. Mary's Hall 54 with Valor at 25. Welcome back. Ben Brown with you in the broadcast booth. Jeff Brown providing technical assistance as here on a Friday night, the first home game officially for this Valor Knights football program. It's a blew out, and the fans have showed up and showed out today for this one. We've got about 35 seconds left until the second half will resume. A quick recap of the first half. It was early to start. The Knights jumped out to a 12-6 advantage, but then kind of sputtered a little bit. St. Mary's Hall took the lead, and then Duke took over. 2 kickoff returns, 4 touchdowns, but the defense just struggling to find answers on how to stop Lawson Runge, Jackson Hill, and company for St. Mary's Hall. The Knights won the coin toss and chose to receive first at the beginning of the game, and so they are set to kick it off here to start the second half. Knights kicking from right to left. St. Mary's Hall returning from left to right. Duke knocks the kick away in the air. It's going to be grabbed by Peyton Saltis. I believe he stepped out of bounds. That's what they're going to say. And he stepped out of bounds at like the 15. So should have just let that ball bounce or taken it earlier, but they're going to spot it inside the 15. They're going to spot him at the 13. So maybe that's a good start to the half for Valor without really doing anything. A good kick by Duke. Just knocked it onto the ground, and it just bounced a couple times. Peyton Saltis picks it up, but stepped out of bounds, and the Knights get set to go on defense. It's Jackson Hill, Lawson Runge in the backfield for St. Mary's Hall. Their center, Andres Fernandez, to snap it. Botch snap lands in the hands somehow of there of Landon Stowers in the backfield. He pitches it to Lawson Runge, who tries to find Zach Alvarez over the middle, but floats it incomplete. And it will be 2nd and 15, so I think St. Mary's will take getting an incompletion on that play, even though they would have liked more. Quarterback flanked on either side in the backfield. Fakes the handoff to Hall, pitches it out to his guy, Stowers. Stowers pushing after getting hit initially behind the line. Moves forward for about, give him 4 yards. And it's going to bring up a 3rd and long. This is a big play for the Knights, trying to stop and stem this momentum from the St. Mary's Hall Barons. Runge takes the snap, hands it off. This is Stowers running, and he's got the first down with plenty and keeps going as Bear Grismer brings him down. And we have our first player down. This is a Knights player, so hoping that he is okay. As everybody takes a knee for Valor as the play ended at the 34-yard line. And so it's going to be 1st and 15 for the Barons. Coaching staff taking a look. Head trainer Tammy Martin out there as well. And Knights are going to head to the sideline. So really hope whoever this is okay, as he's down at the Knights 35. So our hopes and prayers are with him as he starts to get to his feet. That is Maddox Moline down and not putting any weight, really any weight on that right leg. Could be ankle related. As he looks like they're going to try and get him onto the sideline. So sure hope Maddox is okay as he limps off, being helped by Ben Rucker and a coach, head trainer Tammy Martin there as well, as they're going to get him looked at on the sideline. So thoughts and prayers are with Maddox as he gets checked out on the Knights sideline. Does look like that ankle as clock starts running again and we get set to resume football. Runge in the backfield with Hill and Stowers. Takes the handoff, finds Hill, and it's caught as he's going to go for a long ways, and he turns into a touchdown. He looked like the Knights had a read on him and maybe get a pick there in the backfield, but got past him and just motored on the sideline. Nobody could catch him, and that's a touchdown for St. Mary's Hall. Unless they say he stepped out of bounds. No, they gave him the touchdown. So 60-25 the score. Here with 8:30 to play, 3rd quarter, as the Barons start to add in on to the Knights here in this 3rd quarter. Zach Alvarez on to attempt the point after. His holder, Stephen Gates. Snap from Andres Fernandez, good. The hold kick is good. So Zach Alvarez has been automatic from 2-point attempts, and it is now 62-25 as the St. Mary's Hall Barons open up a 37-point advantage on the Knights. Once again, the Knights wearing the white helmets with the script Knights font on it, with the blue tops and blue pants with the white numerals in white trim. The St. Mary's Hall Barons from San Antonio wearing black helmets with their logo on it, and then the white jerseys with black numbers and black trim, and then the black pants to go with them. Alvarez getting set to knock this one away as it is, I believe it's Duke back to return. Alvarez puts the ball on the tee. Crowd silent here at J.J. Kearns Stadium, hoping for the Knights to make a big play here in the near future. A kickoff return for a touchdown would fit the bill. They've already had 2 today from Duke. We'll see if they can get a third. Alvarez squibs it on the ground again. It's fielded, and going to the ground is Connor McFarling. He goes to the ground at about the 25, so the Knights will set up shop and really just trying to build a drive here to look back on and say, we were able to execute. They want to execute here, do the little things right, get a big play, potentially try and claw their way to get somewhere close to this game. Update on Maddox on the sideline, putting weight on that leg, so we'll see if he is able to return or if he is ruled out for the remainder of this game. Sam Grizz to snap it, does so to Duke. McFarling rolls, fires complete, and wrapped up out of bounds is Bennett Herman by Zach Alvarez. My goodness, just keep calling his name, don't we? As Herman gets the catch. He's been a bright spot today. He has had, I think that's his 3rd catch, and has come up with some big yardage plays. That one a gain of 10. At their own 35, Knights bunch formation. Duke out wide, motions into the backfield, and a flag comes through. This is going to be on the offense. It's a false start, and that's going to back them up 5 yards and make this 2nd and 10 rather than 2nd and 5. Knights looking to the sideline for a play call as they try to right the ship with 8:09 to play. 62-25, St. Mary's Hall on top. Gains motion, Duke motions in. Here's the pitch and catch from McFarling. Finds Hoagland, and they're going to get right back to the about 35-yard line, and it's going to set up a 3rd and 5 yardage situation. 3rd and 4 for the Knights. Here's the play, and it is stopped up on the handoff right at the line of scrimmage. Bringing up a 4th down here, and this is a big conversion for the Knights as the clock continues to run. Lights in full effect as it is pitch black here in Waco on the campus of Bishop Louis Riker Catholic High School. Would like to say thank you to all of our listeners listening through YouTube. Thank you for listening. This is the first broadcast for Valor's young high school football program, and we hope to do it more often. Duke pitches. Here's McFarling. He's going to get the 1st down and more. He's going to run out of bounds, trucked, and a flag on the play. This could be a late hit as Zach Alvarez was in there along with John Ash to make the tackle. See what the penalty is. It is a late hit, personal foul, late hit, or horse collar tackle rather, and that's going to move another 15 yards, it should, for the Knights. And that is going to be a big boost on a big play as Connor McFarling just snuck out of the backfield and was able to take that a long ways, flip the field almost. We're looking at like a 20-yard gain, and then you add the penalty, and it becomes 35. So in the red zone now, and not just the red zone. They're at the 10-yard line. Snap. Duke. Pitch. McFarling fires, and it's picked off. That wasn't close. As the return is going, he's finally down out of bounds. A good return to the 36-yard line. And that ball was picked off by Landon Stowers, and his name's been called a lot on the offensive end as a runner and a receiver, but called here on the defensive end as he comes up with a big pick. And those are the kinds of things you just don't want to see if you're a player or a coach associated with this Valor program. You just don't want to shoot yourselves in the foot like that. With turnovers, obviously can build on that and try and fix those issues. 6:42 to play. Got to move on, see if the defense can build and get a snap. We got Caden Thompson in on defense. He's played minimally, but getting a shot at cornerback here to see what he can do. Also, Jake McCormick in. Runge takes the snap, handoff. Or that is not Runge, rather, and he is drilled on the hit. That's the backup, Stephen Gates, who's doubled as the holder. So Lawson Runge, rather, may be done for this one after a really good game, as Stephen Gates was nailed by Seth Flowers in the backfield, causing that ball to fall incomplete. So both teams, looks like maybe taking the opportunity to get some guys in to get some reps here late, about mid-third quarter. Snap to Gates. Drops back, actually hands it off, and rattled down on the backfield. Seth Flowers in on the stop, and he is amped. Two big defensive plays by Seth. Brings up a 3rd and long situation for the Barons. So the 5'9" sophomore backup quarterback for St. Mary's Hall, Stephen Gates, into the ball game. He's going to go empty backfield here. 3 receivers lined up on the short side of the field. Snap comes to Gates. Seth on the rush. Fires long, incomplete. On the coverage was Parker Stanfield, so he's getting some time and forced the incompletion, but that was all Seth Flowers in the backfield. He's gotten 3 big disruptive plays for the Knights on defense since coming in. He's a high-energy guy. He's going to rush hard off that defensive line and give you a couple carries a game. So he's a big cog in this Knights wheel and this Knights wagon that this team is. This is a big 4th down. 4th and 21, 62-25. St. Mary's Hall leads the Valor Knights with 6 minutes to play here, 3rd quarter. Here's the snap. Barons are going to punt it away, and this punt is going to be fielded. We'll see if he can get there. This is Luke Curtis, and this punt is down to beauty at the 1-yard line. Oh, but I believe Luke touched it, and so he had to pick that up and did not realize that, and so that's going to flip the field for St. Mary's. They will keep possession and get the ball at the 2-yard line. That's a mistake that they're going to learn as they go along, but Luke's going to have to be better about that. Just can't botch that. Pick it up and miss. So 1st and goal from the 1-yard line for the Barons, as they could look to really seal this game and put it on ice. Gates in the backfield. He's got Mayberry to his right. Handoff Mayberry. He's going to run for the edge, and he's in. So another touchdown, St. Mary's Hall, piling it on, and most of all capitalizing off of the Valor turnovers. Their points off turnovers, I mean, they're taking advantage, and that's what good teams do, is they take advantage of the other team's mistakes, and our score now 68-25. It is a 43-point lead, as they're going to try and make it 45. Mercy rule may be getting into effect here. We'll see if we can see what that is for you here in a second, as Alvarez looks to punch this one through. Kick is up and good. My goodness. Zach Alvarez has been automatic for the St. Mary's Hall Barons, in the lead 70-25. And that is going to be the game. 70-25 as the mercy rule comes into effect, as the Barons will win 70-25 as they win by 45, and I believe 45 exactly is the mercy rule. So both teams line up at midfield to shake hands. Man, Knights just really put through the ringer in this one. Started off strong, fought with St. Mary's, but the better team just ultimately came out on top, and that was the St. Mary's Hall Barons. Knights in blue shake hands with the Barons in white at midfield. So a well-fought effort by both teams, but comes out to be 70-25 final score in this one. St. Mary's Hall will head back to San Antonio happy with the win. The Knights' record now on the year falls to 2-1, still going strong, and we will see if they can build upon the mistakes in this one and advance on. So, meanwhile, the St. Mary's Hall Barons, they also move up to 2-1. They've looked good on the year. They've played some good teams and have won them handily. Our player of the game for St. Mary's Hall is going to be Jackson Hill. He was a motor force for the Barons as he just did whatever he wanted, ran, caught the ball, all over the field. In this one, for the Knights, our MVP is going to be Duke, as he's had 2 touchdown returns on the kickoffs. He was a special teams X factor in this one, and got to applaud his effort. Once again, the final score in this one, 70-25, as the mercy rule comes into effect with 5:41 to play in the third quarter. Well, as both teams huddle at midfield and pray, that's going to put a wrap on this one as the St. Mary's Hall Barons come out on top of the Valor Knights. I want to say thanks to everyone who made this broadcast possible. Thanks to Stephen Bird, Jeff and Bethany Brown, Derek Smith, and especially Colin Witt, who set me up with some good equipment here in this one. Speaking for all of them and Jeff Brown with me here in the press box, I'm Ben Brown saying thanks for listening. And once again, our final 70-25 from J.J. Kern Stadium on the campus of Bishop Lewis Riker Catholic High School. Good night from Waco.